Proportions. Proportions can be used to solve problems with ratios. So let's work through a problem. The shadow of a flagpole is 70 feet, and the shadow of your mom next to the flagpole is 10 feet. If your mom is 5 foot 3 inches tall, how tall is the flagpole? So we can make a ratio that is essentially just like the shadow length to height ratio. So if we think about this ratio for your mom, that's going to be 10 feet to 5.25 feet. For the flagpole, that's going to be 70 feet to some unknown x feet. We want to find out what x is equal to. So if we know that it's on the same day at the same time that we take these measurements, we know that there should be a proportion between the shadow length to height ratio of your mom should be the same as that of the flagpole. So we need to change our ratios into proportions. And essentially what we think of is that we're just changing, instead of having our colon in the middle here, we're going to change and have some division signs. So instead of having the shadow length to height ratio, we're going to use height divided by shadow. And we know for the mom that's going to be 5.25 feet divided by 10 feet. But we know that also has to be the same proportion as the tree, which is going to be our x feet divided by 70 feet. So now we're going to use cross multiplication to solve this. So when we cross multiply, we pretend like there's an x around our equal sign. So we get 5.25 times 70 equals 10 times x. So if we have a multiplication sign in the middle there, we can kind of follow the legs of the multiplication sign down and across. So we're going to multiply that way and multiply that way. So now whenever we carry out this problem, we can see we divide by 10 on both sides to get x is going to equal 5.25 times 70 divided by 10. And this is equal to 36.75 feet. So, now let's do another problem with proportions, slightly different. So we're going to do a scale room-like scenario. So a scale drawing is made with the length of the room as 12 centimeters and the width is 7 centimeters. If the actual length of the room is 30 feet, then what's the actual width based on this scale drawing? So what we need to set up is our proportion. So let's say we have our proportion is length divided by width. And we know that for our scale, that's going to be like 12 centimeters divided by 7 centimeters. For the actual room, we know that our length is going to be 30 feet, and our unknown is that width, so x feet. Once again, we're just going to do cross multiplication. So you're going to get 12x equals 30 times 7. If we do our math here, we'll have x is equal to 30 times 7 divided by 12, and x equals 17.5 feet. So this is how you can use proportions to solve problems based on ratios, and how to use cross multiplication to solve those proportions.